the fourth grade awards first. Coy Hunter, you had B honor roll this quarter. Come on up. Avery Poppy, one of the hardest workers I know. B honor roll fourth quarter. Nathaniel Randolph, B honor roll. And he also had fourth quarter perfect attendance and perfect attendance for the whole year. Woo! Ramey Painter, A honor roll. Holly Maceman, A honor roll. And I have an award for Jack Pidwell for making over 1 year's gain, because he came in a little behind and he worked his tail off all year. Now we'll save this time for our graduates. Our first fifth grade graduate, the thing that I love most about him is his authentic worship and how he's not afraid to lift his hands, to get on his knees. He doesn't care who's looking or what the other boys are saying, but he does it anyway because he's got that connection with God. He is very enthusiastic when we do praise and worship and sing the Don't Cry, Hunter. When we sing the I Just Want to Be a Sheep song, he's the most enthusiastic Sadducee in the whole bunch. I've gotten hugs from him no matter where I'm at in town. He's very outgoing in ministry. We took ministry trips every year, and we had residents of the nursing homes that we went to say that they thought that he was going to be a preacher. Wow. If the students ever needed somebody to introduce them or somebody to speak out for them, he was the one that took that role. And a big surprise was we had someone from the Custer State Park come and share some poetry of Badger Clark with us. And beforehand, I had read some E.E. Cummings to the class and some other poetry. And Hunter picked up on that poetry pattern and wrote a poem that was so good, and I was so impressed. He also got perfect attendance for this quarter. So Hunter, come on up. There's his diploma and his certificate. And I'm going to have you stand right there until I'm done with Amara, okay? Okay, our other graduate is very artistic, and she's so artistic, and she's also so sharing that she was able to teach the other kids to do a lot of the lettering and a lot of the drawing that she was doing. She takes her spiritual leadership very seriously. When we went out and did ministry trips, she was able to make a personal connection with every resident she spoke to. Usually a teacher can look at a child's face and decide if they are struggling with something or not, but Amara is so smiley that I could never tell if she was struggling. Even when it was tough, she was still smiling. She's very playful. When she would do her journaling after the Bible lesson, she would write "to be continued" at the bottom. And every day when we would come in after lunch recess, she would say, "Are we going to read today?" Even though she knew we were going to read today. But she just makes the classroom a lot of fun. Come on up, Amara Ashby. And she also got people on a roll for fourth grade. I need to go get something. I picked up a couple things for them just to help them remember where they came from and what we expect of them, where they're going. Of course, the beach balls took me 2 days to blow up. And the beach balls is just to remind them that where they're going, they need to have a ball, because the joy that is in them isn't something that's going to depend on how well they're accepted where they're going or how many challenges they're facing. It's going to be the joy of the Lord that is within them. And on the ball, I wrote Psalm 16:11, "In your presence is fullness of joy." And they should have that presence with them at all times. And if they remember that, then they're not going to have to depend on outside influences to have their joy. The other thing I got for them are these glow sticks that I don't even know how to turn on. The package has warnings in many different languages, but it doesn't have any directions on how to make them go. So luckily God is more thorough. And there's the strings. But these are just to help them remember that even though these things are temporary and the light goes out, the light that is in them is something that will continue to glow for their good and for the good of others, because it says in Luke 1:79 that you keep that light in you so that others in the darkness can see it. And I just congratulate both of you for completing 5th grade with me. Thank you.